Welcome. Many of the techniques or methods that we practice in yoga, the asanas, the breathing works, or even meditation, we breathe through them through the nostrils only, with the lips closed. And when we breathe through the nostrils only, we create that abundant flow of force or energy inside the body. That is why when we practice asanas and pranayama, especially the active ones, we feel hot, we feel energized, we feel strong, and we feel warm inside the body. That is actually the process of creation. We create our own energy to sustain the rigors of the practice, especially those intense and dynamic ones. Even meditation, when you go really into deep meditative state, you just breathe through the nose only to sustain that warm and abundant flow of energy inside the body. But we don't want too much of that force inside, because if you hold too much of that heavy or restless force inside the body, it could cause physical discomfort, joint pain around the lower back, the joints of the knees, the shoulders, and it could cause inflammation of the muscles in the joints as well. And it will leave you very energized and restless, that it could disrupt your sleep or even trick you to the point that you won't be feeling hungry, where in fact you should be nourishing your body with food and other sorts of nourishment. So one way for us to rebalance the flow of energy is actually by practicing a technique. I teach this to my student called the Sitali breathing, because this technique is very simple to follow. Everyone can do this. There's no contraindication. Any time of the day you feel sluggish or heavy or restless, you can practice this one. After your intense asana practice, you can apply this method as well to rebalance the energy, so it will leave you refreshed and calm and relaxed instead of agitated and restless. Alright, it's very simple. The spine remains open. You sit up tall like this, but don't fight the chest, don't fight the spine. Keep the chest neutrally open. Relax the shoulders. So we're gonna inhale the cold air through our mouth, through our lips. So you're gonna form like a very small hole by pursing the lips like this, and the tip of the tongue gently protrudes out. It's like you're sipping through a straw like that. Naturally, the technique is like that. So forming that little hole, like a very tiny letter O, like that, and you gently but abundantly and lightly inhale through the lips. And you close the lips and exhale through the nose. Let's try that. 2 more times. Press the lips. Close the lips. Exhale through the nose. One more. Close, exhale through the nostrils. Alright. So if you notice, when you allow the breath to enter the lips, it goes directly down, lower than the part of your lungs. It's more of the sensation actually that I want you to develop here, not the gaseous air. The sensation when you inhale through the lips, the cold and soothing breath directly goes down here. And you will feel the ribs will expand and the rest of your body open. And the sucking up action, because although you're drawing the breath in, the action is actually sucking up. And the sucking up action, or the drawing up action, lifts the heaviness of the energy from the base of the hips up. So that's the philosophy of this kriya. As you allow the cold and soothing current to enter the body, you draw the hot and restless energy that you've created after the practice upwards. And they meet here, around the point between the 2 big ribs, somewhere here. And that's where the middle channel, or the mouth of the middle channel, or the sushumna, is very open, especially after the practice. And then together they meet at that mouth, and then they will rise up. And to allow the energy and the relaxing force of that breath coming from the outside, which is the prana vayu, and the heavy energy coming from the base of the spine, they unite, they blend, yeah, and they create that soothing sensation to nourish the whole body. Soothing in a way that it's relaxing, it's calming, and it's light in the field. All right. So, how long you should practice this technique? 3-5 minutes. Good progression, but you can actually practice this as long as you need to. Just take some breaks when you feel the throat becomes dry, when you feel the lips become dry. Take some maybe 3 or 5 recovery breaths, and then go back to practice until you feel the whole of your body and the system energized, your mind is clear, your it could even release emotional heaviness, anger, restlessness, and will leave you refreshed and inspired throughout the day. Yeah, so yeah, Sitali breathing. Right. Practice this anytime, whenever you feel it, whenever you need it.